Hey y'all, how's it going? Welcome back to Chasing Dreams Homestead. Mama Dreams.
Yep.
Y'all, we've been on an epic adventure. I'm not going to lie to you. It has been so nice, so low stress. It's been awesome.
Yep.
We decided we ought to do somewhat of a coffee chat, but instead, since we're in the middle of the woods, we're doing a hydration chat. How about that? Babe,
Yeah.
you're the traveler.
Oh yeah, I like to travel.
You're the one that wants to travel a lot.
Yep.
Well, tell the folks why it's important to you.
My memory isn't all that great, and I want to see things before my body breaks down and I can't, or my brain breaks down on me and I can't.
Yeah, absolutely. Y'all, I mean, it's kind of like one of those, like we said on the adventure, it was a bucket list adventure.
Yep.
And you eagle-eyed viewers, we're still in the same clothes, obviously, because this is a separate video for later on. It hasn't got anything to do with the adventure that we went on. But, yeah, it's just, you never know. Tomorrow's not promised. I try so hard to encourage people to get out there and live. There's living, and then there's getting out there and living. And people are, I'm not going to say that they're going to be sad, but when we get to the end of our road, wherever that may be, I hope you did everything you wanted to do as best as you could within your means and your abilities.
Mm-hmm.
Because tomorrow's not promised. We don't know if we got a day, a week, 20 years, 100 years. We don't know. But the last thing I ever want is for her or me to be at the end of our road and thinking, man, I wish we would have took that trip. I wish we would have made that more of a priority. Because we've all got responsibilities. We've all got stressors in our lives and obligations and all those things. But we also have obligations to ourselves. And if you work hard like we do, you deserve to see some of the fruits of those labors.
Not just with animals. No, this was nice. We had to cancel our big one last year, and that was sad. I had to adult a little bit, and that happens. That happens.
That's when we had to tear out our floor all the way down to the dirt and rebuild it.
But we got to do this, and also it was a recharge that Chase and I needed, away from the homestead, away from work, and
Yep.
I hate to say it, but away from our kids.
We love you guys, though. We love you, kids.
And we've kept in touch with our kids a lot more than I had anticipated. I really thought that our signal was not going to be that great, and we wouldn't, but Genesis called me at 7:30 this morning.
Yeah.
Asking for money.
That's a teenager for you, ain't it?
But it's been nice. We've laughed, we've cut up, we've talked about things, that you just don't want to talk about because you got kids, and it doesn't bad or anything,
You don't want to talk about it in front of the kids.
You just, just conversations and topics that
Right.
are serious topics, and you just don't want to talk about with your kids, and they don't want to hear the conversations because they're bored.
Yep.
And it's been a long while. I feel like this is one of those trips that we had in 2013, I guess, kind of a little bit.
Oh, yeah, the Gatlinburg. Yep.
And I've said we needed this. We needed this very much.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of you. I'm so...
There was a chipmunk last night. He just scurried up there.
Did you have
The chipmunk. Little baby chipmunk. Sorry,
No.
y'all. It's normally a squirrel that distracts me.
It was a mouse last night. That
was
not
a
that
chipmunk, baby.
That was a chipmunk this morning. It wasn't last night. It had a long tail. It was a mouse.
There's
Somebody
critters in
tried.
these here woods.
But I'm proud of you for being pretty chill and not anxious about back home.
Oh, yeah.
He does that sometimes, and it's really hard to go off on adventures and have fun when he's stressing about stuff at home. But I think things went pretty well. Seems like it.
We won't know until we get there.
It's just maintaining care, what they do every day anyway. So
Yeah, I do struggle with that, and it's just because we've got so much invested, not only time and energy, but money-wise in the homestead. And it seems like inevitably, anytime we've had someone take care of things, something's went south while we've been going. So it's really hard to just decompress and let it go. But I told myself before we started this trip, I was like, this is just a vacation to relax and unwind and recharge, like she said. And I can't do that if I'm worrying about back home. Whatever it is, the emergency today, I'll handle it when I get there, obviously if it was some kind of kid emergency or something like that, we've got Jenna and Matt, my daughter and son-in-law, they would be right there, no problem. But any other things, I'll just deal with it when we get back. You can't live your life as a prisoner to your place, or your obligations. You've got to find that balance, I think, at least. And one of the biggest things for me about this trip that has made this trip low stress and so much more fun is we've not had a locked in firm itinerary.
Mm-hmm.
We've just went with the flow,
We've seen so many things. Like, we just looked at stuff and we're like, oh, this is cool along our way, and this is cool along our way. And
Yeah.
I've pretty much seen everything that I found for
Yep.
us to look at. The gnome was the only thing, but that's okay. But everything else we've seen. Is it a chipmunk again?
Our chipmunk buddy is not shy at all.
Oh.
I wish I could take the camera and show you guys.
He's like this big.
Yeah, he's
He's
zooming.
fast.
He is a
Go,
zoomer.
little buddy. Shoot.
But yeah, no, guys. I mean, it's just, I think that trips like this are important because they allow you to really like step outside of your 3x5 picture of what your life is and evaluate things and evaluate how you want to be living and where you want to be living. And it's really hard to do that when you're immersed in what you're doing. But when you can step back and just really just like contemplate, it's awakening, I think.
It was nice. We've done our own thing at our own time, at our own pace.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be here by a certain time and here by a certain time. I mean, we did kind of have to be to our campsite
Before dark. I mean, we didn't have to be. We had a flashlight, but
It was
obviously,
best
I've set up tents and stuff in the dark.
we did. Yes, we have.
It's not nearly as easy or as fun as it is when it's daylight and you can see what you're doing.
But other than the setting the campsite up, like, we've just kind of been where we went.
Yeah.
Stop here, we get here, we don't. It don't matter.
Yep. What are some things that this trip has kind of like awakened you to that you want to maybe do or change or?
Travel more. Yeah.
We can't afford to travel more, even without the homestead. Traveling is expensive. This trip has been fairly cheap though.
Yes and no. Yeah, like I thought about that earlier when we were talking about it. Yes and no. So we did get two hotels.
Mm-hmm. Those were planned.
And those were planned. But I mean, hotels aren't cheap anymore.
No.
But I know you can't get a hotel. It's hard to get a decent hotel for less than $100 these days. Plus, they get you with all those taxes and fees. That's where they really get you.
It is, yeah. It's like another 20% they tack on there.
And if I'm gonna pay for a hotel, I want it to be clean, decent, and have a decent breakfast. Because we're big on that. But in food, actually, Chase and I spent $100 just in our dinner for last night and what we were gonna have tonight.
Oh, no, that's at the store though. The food that we bought to cook
at the
out
store.
here.
Like, we haven't ate out that much.
No, we ate the toasted pickle, which is also on that Michigan guide trip Facebook page she was looking at. We ate that, which was just completely happenstance. My buddy Ryan was like, "Yeah, I want to take you guys to this awesome burger place." So we ate that. That was a little pricey. I think it was like $40 or something.
$50.
$50, yeah. And then other than that, we've not really had any other meals other than this morning's breakfast. Everything else we brought with us, but this morning's breakfast.
Oh no, we had pizza.
Oh yeah, we did get pizza.
We did get a pizza.
But that pizza lasted for
2
dinner
days.
and lunch.
Yep.
So yeah, and that pizza was only like $28. But and then we had breakfast this morning. The breakfast this morning was a little pricey, but it was a nice atmosphere. It was a really small town, Grand Marias, if I said that right. And it was nice to support the local people, but it was $50 for breakfast. But
I brought snacks.
Yeah.
And I've been munching on snacks.
Yeah.
My coffees has probably been the most expensive.
Yeah.
But I already budgeted for my coffees anyway. That's one thing about me. I will always have money for food.
If you can't tell by looking at us.
I've been like that since a teenager. Like,
Yeah.
I will have no gas, but I will be able to get something to eat. No, but what else? Like, I enjoyed it. Other than sleeping on the ground and my body can't take it.
Hammocks would have been softer.
They would have, but I don't know if I would have froze and still not slept good. And sleep with my encephalitis is like really important because it makes me really sluggish the next day if I don't sleep well. But other than that, like, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed Chase making the dinner the way he did. I enjoyed just being out here, and the weather's been great.
Mm-hmm.
The weather has been
We couldn't ask for better weather.
absolutely, like when we went to Alabama, like
Mm-hmm.
our 2 vacation weathers have been fantastic. Now, am I a little nervous to get into this Lake
Superior, yep.
water? Yeah, just a wee bit. It's only 74.
I said it's going to be refreshing.
Yeah.
But no, so she wants to travel more after this trip. I don't necessarily want to travel more, but this trip has made me realize I want to spend more time in the woods, and I want to do some more camping. I want to make that more of a priority, and we do prefer to be in the woods down home during wintertime because the ticks are horrible the rest of the year.
I do not.
Yeah, she doesn't like cold, but as far as just peaceful and not having to deal with pests, I do prefer wintertime down home. But that's one thing this trip has made me realize, and another thing this trip has made me realize is just, don't worry, everything's gonna be all right. I mean, we only have power over so much anyhow in our lives. It's just be prepared to react if you have to. Try to be as proactive as you can, but things come up, curveballs happen all the time that we can't anticipate.
That is true.
Yep.
We won't be rushing back either. I mean, we do have a timeline to get back because Genesis does have her first real volleyball game, like for her actual team.
Yep.
For C team. So, and I do have to take Sophie to the orthodontist. But other than that, like, we're not really like, oh God, we gotta get home. We've got enough time in our schedule to just kind of
do a little bit more sightseeing. Yeah.
cruise home.
I think that's kind of probably important also as far as if you're going to do traveling, just put a buffer in there, give yourself some grace. That takes a lot of the stress out of the equation for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. But what else do we got coming up at the homestead? It's been a while since we did a coffee chat. Again, this is a hydration chat, but still.
Our next big project is the water.
Yep.
So that will be our next lookout for.
Yeah, the goal is to get that done this month, because we do start generally getting a first freeze of a light frost in October. So the goal will be to get that done this month. And then we've got the Homesteaders Hoedown, November 2nd.
Yep.
And November 9th, we're hosting the barn build at Chasing Dreams Homestead 2. We're going to do a run-in shed type barn, nothing crazy, but it's going to require us all to use our thinking brains because we're going to have to use scraps and materials that aren't necessarily perfect, but we'll be able to get the job done. I know we will. Yeah. And then, what else?
It's the holidays.
Holidays are coming. We've got a concert this coming weekend with our daughter Jenna. That was our Mother's and Father's Day gift from Jenna. I'm looking forward to spending some time with Jenna. I did tell her that I was kind of like, man, I'm ready for a weekend home though. So I'll be glad to have a weekend home after that concert.
Yeah, it's just me and you.
Yeah. And then what else we got going on?
That's it. That's really it.
You saw something in Bloomington.
Oh, that's the witches' solstice thingy, but that's in
They're doing some kind of witch festival, and it said, think Gilmore Girls meets the craft. We might head up to Bloomington. I think that's September 21st.
I just wanted to go check it out.
We may head up and check that out, but I told her that would be fine with me as long as we could piggyback a trip to their Rule King. I hate to give away secrets to y'all, but the Bloomington Rule King is the nicest Rule King that we've come across in the state of Indiana. And there's an old man in there, Chicken Dave, that actually takes really good care of their chicks. I don't want to order Cornish crosses or any other kind of meat birds this late in the year. But if they've got some in, I would like to pick some up and go ahead and raise as a batch for heading into winter.
Oh, we're going to the Lanesville Heritage.
There you go.
Next weekend.
Yeah, so we'll be at Lanesville Heritage Days. that is something that we've always missed since we've been in Indiana. Like every time we find out it's Heritage Days, we're like, crap, we got something else going on. We got something else obligated to do.
So it's just you and I going.
Yeah, so we're going to have fun at that and go check that out. So stay tuned for that. That should be a good YouTube video if you're into old farm machinery and equipment and tractors. I am going to film that footage of that festival because I like to look back at that stuff too. It's pretty cool.
Some good footage.
Footage. Some good footage. She corrected me, y'all. Footage.
I'm sorry, he's done it to me all weekend, so.
Yeah. So, I mean, we got a busy month, and then we got to fix water in the process of all that. So, it's always busy. My buddy Ray jokes and says, when do you got a free weekend, Chase? Maybe next January? Do I need to start booking you that soon out?
No, we're actually already booked into the new year. Getting there. So, it's when birthdays usually. It's birthdays.
Yeah. Yep.
We're pretty busy.
And then Mama Dreams at the end of the month. Her and some ladies from the group are doing like a Halloween spooky photo shoot. We'll be doing that. That's going to be a lot of fun. She did one last year with her friend Miranda, and I was in the background as Michael Myers. That was cool. This year it'll be me and my buddy Chris, and then Amber and a few other ladies are going to join in, so it should be an even bigger photo shoot, so that'd be a lot of fun. And I think that's about it. Oh, Brandy Schroeder, 6 Day Farm, October 5th, has her farm day. It's free to the public. She has been a sponsor and friends of events that we've done in the past. We're going to go up and see her and hang out for a little bit that day as well. We're looking forward to that. Brandy's super kind, super sweet lady, and she's really doing a lot of good things for the community. So we're going to go up there and see her. But other than that, I can't think of anything else.
We're coming up on our 8 years in Indiana, so we'll have our celebration night with chili on that. With Matt and Jenna.
October
29th.
Yep.
Yeah, so I think that covers the rest of the year for us.
Yeah. Hey, if you guys like these coffee chats, let us know. We'll try to squeeze a weekly one in. I think we should try to do like just a weekly one. They don't always have to be long. They can be short. But if there's other things you guys want to see, let us know too. Our channel's kind of a lot like Walmart. There's a little bit of everything. We are going to do more project videos, obviously, and then preserving videos and cooking videos and just life. That's what we do. It gives us the ability to look back on the memories that we've recorded and uploaded to YouTube. And one day we might be able to sit down with the grandkids and be like, look at your mom or look at your dad, and show them Dylan and Genesis and Jenna and everybody else being goofy in these videos. So that'll be fun too.
Yes.
But we appreciate y'all. If you like what we're doing, tell your friends, like and subscribe to the channel. And as always, check out our Chasing Dreams Homestead on Facebook. Till next time, y'all.
Keep dreaming.
Make sure to hit that like button if you like what we're doing.
You better subscribe! And check out our Facebook group.
That's right, y'all. As always, till next time.
Keep